Students, let's begin the explanation of uh, class 8 science. And in the previous two parts I have explained you about the first chapter, in which I have explained you what is various terminologies and about the various types of crops, as well as about some of the agricultural practices, that is the various things which are activities which are performed by the farmers during the cultivation of the crops in the field. So first I have explained you how the soil is prepared, preparation of the soil, then what are the various agricultural implements which are used for the preparation of soil, like plough, hoe, cultivator and leveler, etc. Then I have explained you about the importance of preparation of soil. After that, I have explained you that after the preparation of soil, there is one agricultural practice which is called as sowing. So now in the third part of this chapter explanation, the third agricultural practice and about which I am going to explain, that is how the farmers can improve the soil fertility. Students, you all know that the plants, they are dependent on the soil for the availability of the various essential nutrients, or in other words you can say that the plants get their essential nutrients from the soil. And you all know that different types of crops, they require different type of essential nutrients from the soil. So if we continuously keep on growing any one particular type of crop season after season in the same field, then what will happen? That soil will lose its fertility. Why? Because there will develop the deficiency of that particular essential nutrient which is being uptaken or which is taken in by that particular type of crop which has been continuously grown in that field season after season. So there, in order to fulfill the deficiency or improve the fertility of the soil, what the farmer will have to do? He will have to replenish that essential nutrient in the soil from time to time in order to get the good yield of the crop, and the plants which he is cultivating in that field should have normal growth. Now I will explain you about some of the methods by means of which the farmer can improve the fertility of the soil. So the first method by means of which the farmer can improve the fertility of the soil, that is by adding the manures and fertilizers. So by adding the manures and fertilizers, the farmers can improve the fertility of the soil. Second method by means of which the farmer can improve the fertility of the soil, that is the crop rotation. And third method, that is by fallowing method. So now one by one, students, I will explain you how these methods will help in improving the soil fertility. So let us start with the first method, that is by adding the manures and fertilizers. So first of all, here students you should know that these manures are what? These manures are such type of materials which are rich in organic things. So manures are such materials which are rich in organic materials. And how these manures are formed? These manures are formed as a result of the decomposition of the dead remains of the plants and animals by the help of the soil microorganisms. And when these plant waste and dead remains of the plant waste as well as that of the animal, they are decomposed by the help of the soil microorganism, then as a result of their decomposition, the essential nutrients which are present in the waste material of the plants and animals, they get released into the soil and thereby help in replenishing the fertility of the soil or improving the fertility of the soil. Now, what is the advantage of adding these manures? The advantage of adding these manures in the soil is that it improves the water holding. The water holding capacity of the soil is improved, its fertility is improved, quality is improved, as well as it also enhances the growth of the microbes, eco-friendly microbes which are present in the soil. Their growth is also increased. So this is the advantage of adding the manures into the soil to improve its fertility. Now second thing by means of which we can improve the fertility of the soil, that is by adding the fertilizers. So first of all, students, you should know what are fertilizers. So fertilizers are chemicals which are prepared in the factories, and these fertilizers, they are rich in specific nutrients. They are rich in specific nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. These are the three basic essential nutrients, or you can say these are the primary nutrients which are required by every plant for their growth, for their flowering, as well as for the purpose of their fruiting. Now, but we have to take care that the farmer should not use excess of these fertilizers should not be added into the soil, because it will lead to the cause of two types of pollution or environmental problem. That is, first is it will lead to the pollution of the land or soil pollution problem will arise, and second, that is, it will cause also damage to the plants, because when these fertilizers, they are added into the soil and they get dissolved in the water during the process of irrigation, then what happens? Tremendous, very large amount of heat is released, and as a result of that, it will burn up the vegetation or the crops which are grown in the field. That's why it is advised that only after taking proper advice and having the knowledge that how much quantity of that fertilizer should be added in the soil, only then it should be added, because excess of this fertilizer can burn the cultivated crops, and as well as it leads to two types of pollutions. That is, it will lead to the soil pollution problem, as well as it will also cause water pollution problem. Very common one very common chemical fertilizer, name of some of the common fertilizers which are generally advised to be added into the soil to improve its fertility, that is urea is there, superphosphate is there, potash, etc. These are some of the common type of fertilizers which the farmers are being advised to add into their soil in order to improve the fertility of the soil. Now after this first method of adding the manures and fertilizers, one more method is there, that is what is called as crop rotation. So in the crop rotation method of which is used for improving the fertility of the soil, the farmer is advised that he should cultivate or grow the pulses crops in between the two cereal crops. For example, suppose the farmer is growing wheat in one season, which is a cereal crop, then he will be advised that in the next season he will cultivate the pulses, plants of pulses crop he will cultivate, and then again in the next season he can cultivate the wheat plants or wheat crop plants in the same field. Now see students, what will be the advantage? You all know that these wheat plants, they take in very large amount of nitrogen from the soil for their normal growth and for giving very good yield of the crop. So as a result, if we continuously keep on growing wheat crop season after season, then what will happen? There will develop the deficiency of nitrogen in the soil, and when there will be, you all know that the nitrogen is very much essential for the proper growth of the plants. Therefore, what will happen? It will affect the growth of the wheat plant, and thereby it will also lead to the reduction in the yield of the crop. So, in order to replenish the requirement of the nitrogen in the soil, the farmers are advised that after growing in one season the wheat plants, then in the next season he should cultivate the leguminous plants. For example, pea, gram, lentils, etc. Why? Because these leguminous plants, they are in their roots, small protuberance are there, small swelling are there, which are called as the root nodules. And inside the root nodules of these leguminous plants are present rhizobium bacteria, and these rhizobium bacteria is having the ability of helping in fixing the atmospheric nitrogen. It takes in the nitrogen directly from the atmosphere and converts it into the salt of nitrogen, that is in the form of nitrates, and then it is taken in by the plants. So this atmospheric nitrogen fixation, which has been done by the help of the rhizobium bacteria, which is living in the root nodules of the leguminous plants, when the crop matures, what is done? We cut the upper portion of the soil, upper portion of the plant, that is the part of the plant which is above the soil. That portion we cut it by the one agricultural practice, that is called as the harvesting. So as a result, what will happen? When the upper portion or the portion of the plant which is above the soil, that has been cut, what will happen? The process of photosynthesis will not take place, and therefore the roots will not get food, and thereby they will die. And when they will die, you all know that root is a biodegradable material. So when the roots die, they are decomposed by the various soil microorganisms or the microbes which are present in the soil, and as a result of the decomposition of the dead remains of the roots of the leguminous plants, what will happen? The nitrogen which is stored in the root nodules of the leguminous plant, that will get released into the soil, and thereby it will help in replenishing the requirement of the nitrogen in the soil. And when again in the next season we will grow the wheat plant, then they will get sufficient amount of nitrogen from the soil, and they will grow they will have proper growth, and they will also give very good yield of the crop to the farmer. So this is what is called as the crop rotation method. Now there is one more method by means of which we can improve the fertility of the soil, that is by the fallowing method. And in this fallowing method, the farmers are advised that they should leave their soil or the field uncultivated for one cropping season in order to improve the fertility of the soil. So these are some of the methods by means of which the farmer can improve the fertility of the soil, or he can replenish the requirement of the essential nutrients in the soil. Now the next topic which I am going to explain, students, that is irrigation. So first of all, you should understand what do you mean by irrigation. So irrigation is the process of supplying the water to the cultivated plants in the field. But before supplying the water to the cultivated crops in the field, farmers should have the following informations. He should have the knowledge of these things, because before adapting any method of irrigation, he should have the knowledge of these four things. First is the type of the soil in which he is doing the irrigation. Second is the size of the field in which he has to supply the water for by the process of irrigation. Third, he should also have the knowledge that the type of the crop which he is cultivating in his field requires how much amount of water. The requirement of the amount of the water by the type of the crop which is cultivated in the soil, that has to be also farmers should have the knowledge. And fourth is the availability of water in that region. So these are the four things about which the farmer should have the knowledge before he selects the various methods of irrigation. Now, what are the sources from where the water can be obtained? So some of the sources from where water can be drawn for the purpose of irrigation are like the wells, tube wells, rivers, ponds, lakes, etc. So these are some of the sources from where the farmer can get the water which he can use for the purpose of irrigating the cultivated crops at regular interval of time. Now after this I will be telling you about some of the traditional methods of irrigation. So the name of some of the traditional methods of irrigation are like the moot, dhekli system, chain pump system, and the lever system, that is called as the rahat system also. So these are the names of some of the traditional methods of irrigation. Beside this, there are two modern methods of irrigation, and the name of those two modern methods of irrigation are regarding this I will be explaining you in the next class. So now students, note down the homework for today. Learn about the various methods of improving soil fertility. Learn about various methods of improving soil fertility. So this is your homework. Thank you and have a nice day. And students, please follow the guidelines which are given by the government and the health ministry in order to protect yourself from the pandemic COVID-19. Thank you and have a nice day.